Hey guys, this is a video on how I am a vegetarian vegan thing right now. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you the story and why I am and why I decided to do that, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Um, so first, what exactly am I? Um, well, I am a strict vegetarian. I do not eat meat at all. Um, yeah. And I am also a vegan. Well, I'm kind of a vegan. Um, I haven't completely eliminated animal products out of my diet yet. I still slip up and eat cheese, and once in a while, that's a big thing, cheese or sour cream I will slip up on. But but I am going more and more vegan as I can. Um, so I guess yeah, vegetarians, just so you know, do not eat meat. Um, Vegans don't eat anything. They don't consume anything that uses animal products in it. So that would be stuff like meat, obviously, eggs, milk, cheese, dairy, any of that. We do not consume it at all. Um, so my personal story with it is growing up, I was never a very big meat either. I never was ever very big on animal products in general. I was never very big on meat at all. I was never very big on milk. I was never very big on cheese. I was never very big on eggs. Like none of the, of course I ate it, but none of it was that appealing to me. I way more liked fruits and carbs and potatoes and starches. Um, Vegetables, like, I don't know, kind of, sort of. But I was never a big meat or cheese or milk eater, drinker, whatever, growing up. My mom used to always force me to eat a small part of meat of dinner every night, and I would literally eat just a little bit, just a couple bites of it, just because it was my thing. It didn't taste that good to me, and it didn't really make me feel that good. Um, and yeah, I always noticed that eating meat it didn't make me feel that good. And same with eating dairy products, and they never made me feel that good inside. Made me feel kind of yucky. Um, and especially when I got a little bit older and I started becoming a teenager and getting like acne and stuff, I noticed that if I ever ate dairy products, so like milk and cheese and stuff, that would always or yogurt, that would always make my acne get so much worse. Like bad acne already ran in my family, and when I ate any dairy, it would make my acne get like a lot terrible, a lot worse. Um, so I would try to avoid dairy products because of that. And I also noticed my tummy just did not settle very well. I'm not like lactose intolerant or anything. It just didn't settle very well um, for me. And when I was a little kid and I learned where meat comes from, that meat is a dead animal, I was totally disgusted and like freaked out, like did not want to have anything to do with it. But then society kind of puts this pressure on you, puts this blindfold over your face, like, oh, don't worry, it's okay, because those animals died in a humane way, blah blah blah, and you don't have to think about it. You're not responsible to think about it. Just forget that you're eating a corpse. And I fell into it for a while, but that blindfold has come off, and I got into college, and I started doing more research into where our food comes from, and I was very disturbed to find some stuff out. Um, oh yeah, also in like ever since middle school, I've been on and off debating going vegetarian, but it just wasn't possible because um, my parents really weren't very I wouldn't say they were against it, but they weren't very willing to accommodate it. So I was just kind of forced to have to eat a little bit of meat, but I didn't like it. And then I got to college, and I had a lot more range to do what I wanted, to make my own life choices. Um, so this year, in particular, I finally made the move to totally cut off meat. Um, I strictly will not eat meat at all because meat is disgusting and nasty and it's terrible. Um, I'm also going vegan, as I said before, so as much as possible, like I said, I guess I'm not totally a vegan yet because I do slip up and eat some like milk and stuff and cheese and stuff once in a while. But more and more, I'm not doing that. And I'm going to where I don't eat it at all. And even now, most days, I don't eat that at all. So, no milk, eggs, cheese, anything like that, anything that uses animal products. And I strictly don't eat meat. I'm very good about not eating eggs because eggs are really gross, and I'm really good about not doing milk, and I'm actually really good about not doing cheese either. I never really liked those products very much at all, like I said. Um, so yeah, reasons why I am doing this vegan vegetarian thing. Um, like I said before, those products never made me feel very healthy and very good. Um, and I also never really liked the taste of it that much. And a lot of it comes down to animal rights. With the meat, we all know about the meat industry, I think, and how it's very inhumane and they are terrible to their animals and they kill their animals in a very unhumane way. They don't treat those animals very well when they're growing up. They do lots of bad things for their bodies, and I'm trying not to get into the gory details of it, but not good. Those animals are straight up abused and treated like objects and like total shit. They live a miserable, miserable, miserable life, all just to die so we can eat them, and that's pretty disturbing. And I think we all know about that to an extent. We just try to forget about it. And then a lot of people go and be like, well, what's wrong with, milk and cheese and stuff? We don't kill animals, or eggs. We don't kill animals for that. No. What basically happens is the animals who are used to produce those products are treated like absolute shit, too. Um, they're abused. They're packed up with things that are not good for their body, lots of growth hormones. Cows are basically being raped and inseminated to keep getting pregnant, so they'll keep producing milk, so they can keep getting milk and cheese and stuff, which is terrible. And they're not cared for. They're not cared for. They're abused, and they're enslaved. That's what they are. Those animals are enslaved. And they're treated like absolute shit for those products. And like I said, I'm trying not to go into the very gory details about that. If you want me to, comment, and I will be glad to make another video going into more detail, but I'm trying to spare you for that. And then a lot of people will argue, like, okay, well, what if those animals weren't treated badly? Like, what if they were still treated in a humane way? Which for a long time I thought was a good point. And I'd be like, okay, if those animals are treated in a humane way, I wouldn't have a problem with eating their milk and cheese and stuff, or eggs. But it comes down to the fact that we are taking away their products that are not meant for us. The milk that they produce is meant for them. The eggs that they produce are meant for them. They are not meant for us humans, and we are taking it away from them. And that's just greedy and selfish and horrible. And even if we do treat those animals kindly, we're stealing from them. That's what we're doing, we're stealing them. everything from them. Their milk that they're producing is supposed to go to their babies, not for us. Humans are not supposed to drink milk past infancy. And when we're infants, we drink our mom's breast milk. Okay? Eggs. Yes, there's debate that if the eggs are unfertilized, well, actually, what happens is if those eggs aren't, the chicken's eggs that aren't fertilized, producing the egg takes so much out of a chicken's body that if the egg doesn't get fertilized, the chicken will actually eat the egg so it can gain back the some of the nutrients that it lost. So the egg is for the chicken. Okay? It comes down to we're just taking away products from those animals that are not meant for us to consume. We're stealing from them, and we are quite good at that as humans because we're greedy and selfish. But those products are theirs, not ours. What else? What else? And I think just even like eating meat, even if those animals were put down in humane way, even when they were dying and going to die anyways, it's just kind of sick to think that you're eating something that used to be a living being, isn't it? Yeah, it kind of is. Meat just makes me totally sick. Like, the thought of it's just, ugh, no. Other reasons than that to go vegan are, if everyone went vegan, or even if everyone just went vegetarian, we would have enough food to feed everybody in the world. No one would go hungry, no one would starve, and a lot of people think that's not true because they're like, oh, well, we're producing animal products and like meat for other people to eat. We're making food. That's not true because with those factory farms making for slaughtering those animals and taking their stuff away from them and killing them are feeding these animals tons and tons of like corn and stuff and corn products and grains that could have gone to us and could have gone to feeding starving people. And if we didn't have to give those products to the factory farms and those animals could just go and eat grass and what they're supposed to eat, we would have the resources and food to feed everyone. Same goes with water. If we didn't have to give so much of this water to sustain factory farming, we would have so much more water that probably everyone would have enough water, clean water, to drink. Another reason to go vegan is pollution. I know when you're in school and stuff, they force this idea down your throat that cars and trains are, totally responsible for pollution and air pollution, causing the most pollution. And they are responsible for causing a lot of pollution and damage to our atmosphere. However, the biggest reason and cause for pollution and damage to our air and atmosphere is not cars and not cars and trains and buses and stuff. It's actually those factory farms that are the number one reason for that. Another reason to go vegan, if we didn't waste the space for those factory farms, we'd have a lot more space to either make houses for homeless people or grow vegetable gardens so everyone in the world could eat, or do something just much more meaningful and purposeful with that land instead of making a farm that's slaughtering and torturing cute little animals. Yeah. And those were kind of the big reasons. Oh, and another reason is that as humans, we are not designed to eat meat or animal products. We're not. Biologically, that is something we are not supposed to eat. And yeah, it wasn't meant for us. And you'll kind of notice if you cut those products out, you'll start to feel so much better and like your body is just running cleaner because we're supposed to be eating a plant-based diet, not an animal product-based diet. But, society just kind of brainwashed us into thinking that, you know, that, I can't speak, that we are meant to eat animals and their products, but we're not. So, yeah, yeah. Um, so those are kind of the big reasons that I went vegan, why I would encourage other people to go vegan, to end animal cruelty, to feed the world, to have clean water, to have more land space, to cut down on pollution for the environment. Like, the world would really just be so much better if everyone were to become vegan, or at least a vegetarian. It really would, but it's not how it is right now. And I'm not trying to shove vegan or vegetarian ideas down your throat, but, and I wouldn't, if you're a vegan or vegetarian, I wouldn't encourage you to go shove your beliefs down someone else's throat, but educate people if they want to be educated about the vegan vegetarian movement and what it is and why people are involved in it, and spread the word so hopefully more people get on board. So, yeah. That's pretty much what it is when I decided to do it. I think I'm going to continue making more videos about this topic, and my next, well, maybe not the next video I make, but I'm hoping soon to make a video on what I eat as a vegan, because you might be surprised, everyone, including myself before I went vegan, and did the whole vegan thing, would be like, what do vegans even eat? Do they eat anything? And yes, we do. We do eat food, and you'd actually be surprised on what a wide variety of options there are for vegans, and pretty much anything can be made vegan, if you find the right recipe for it. It's just hard in my situation right now, where I'm totally dependent on the college cafeteria for my food. I eat out sometimes, but I can't cook my own food because I don't have the resources in my dorm, and I just don't have the money to keep buying groceries, and I'm also paying for to be able to eat in the cafeteria at school. So yeah, but yeah, one of the next videos should be what I eat as a vegan. I'm gonna maybe make that a series where I just keep giving you more ideas to help give you some better understanding of what vegans eat, and maybe give you some ideas if you're considering going vegan. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope you learned something from this today. But yeah, I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye.